Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been putting off talking about this one for a while now, not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now it's time. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Alright, enough talk. Let's get right into it.
Starting things off, our first reviewer gives us their perspective.
This reviewer has been using this gaming monitor for nearly 3 years and only just encountered their first issue, which was reassuringly covered by the manufacturer's in-home warranty service. They offer a valuable tip, noting that the manufacturer's standard warranty can effectively extend a separately purchased plan, making the extra coverage a wise investment against potentially costly future repairs. A reviewer finds the display itself to be fantastic, serving as a productivity powerhouse for multitasking and a definite showstopper when friends visit. For games that properly support the ultrawide format, the experience is incredibly immersive, especially when paired with a high-end computer. However, a significant drawback is that unsupported games will display with large black bars on either side. This client suggests that using a windowed mode or adding a secondary, smaller monitor are the best ways to get around this limitation. The on-screen menu provides a good range of options for adjusting the picture and RGB lighting, and the built-in speakers are surprisingly capable, offering a decent sense of surround sound due to their wide placement. On a practical note, the included stand is described as massive, taking up a considerable amount of desk real estate. While sturdy, this user strongly recommends investing in a mounting arm for a cleaner look, better cable management, and more flexibility. The sheer size of this display cannot be overstated. It demands a very deep desk. This user even expressed that in hindsight, a slightly smaller ultrawide might have been a more practical choice. A final heads up, the power brick is quite large and tends to run warm, so it's best to keep it off carpets or enclosed spaces.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer starts by detailing a rather frustrating setup process, especially for wall mounting. Our reviewer, who is experienced with this kind of task, found the directions to be pretty horrible. Unlike a typical TV, this monitor requires an included adapter plate that sits between the display and the wall mount itself. This extra step created a challenge, as securing the two brackets together required very specific screws that weren't supplied, leading our reviewer to improvise with washers to get a secure fit. Another hurdle was the massive external power block, which is inconvenient for anyone trying to route cables through a wall. This client found a clever solution by zip tying the power block to the wall bracket, taking advantage of the ample space behind the screen created by its significant curve. Perhaps the biggest grievance for this client was the user interface. They expressed disbelief that such an advanced monitor, complete with its own audio and multiple inputs, does not come with a remote control. Consequently, adjusting audio, switching between sources, or fine-tuning color settings all have to be done with a single, poorly functioning joystick button on the unit. An attempt to use the manufacturer's software to control settings from a computer also failed, adding to the frustration. Despite these significant setup and control issues, once the monitor was up and running, the experience changed dramatically. This client calls the display itself pretty amazing, highlighting the incredible productivity boost from being able to functionally arrange 3 full documents side by side. They also praise a nifty feature that allows the screen to be split between 2 different computer inputs simultaneously. Ultimately, this client is happy with the purchase but feels that for a premium display, some of these basic usability problems are hard to overlook and should be simple for the manufacturer to fix.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer found setting up this display to be fairly straightforward and its visual experience to be immediately impressive. The heft of this monitor is notable right away, and while the included stand is solid, anyone opting for an arm mount will absolutely need a heavy-duty one to handle its size. Once connected, our reviewer was blown away by the picture quality, noting a significant upgrade over previous monitors, with the OLED technology truly shining. The ultra-wide panoramic view rendered a multi-monitor setup obsolete. The reviewer found that multiple windows and programs function smoothly, and the seamless movement between them has been a big boost to productivity. Gaming too has been a revelation, with no tearing or lag experienced across various titles. However, the update process wasn't the most intuitive, requiring a manual download to a USB drive and some searching for the correct port. They also weren't particularly impressed with the rear LED lighting, suggesting a strip around the whole unit would be more visually appealing. Despite these minor drawbacks, this client is thoroughly enjoying this display. It's praised for its stunning picture quality, apparent robust build, and the ability to effortlessly multitask with up to 6 windows visible at once. They haven't yet explored the screen-splitting feature or the built-in speakers, preferring existing PC audio. Overall, they enthusiastically recommend this monitor for anyone seeking a wide, immersive screen for multitasking or gaming, also highlighting its suitability for streaming movies and television. The reviewer acknowledges the higher price point, but considers it a worthwhile investment.
And that's a wrap. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've got thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.